Hi and welcome to this menopause workout with me, Kirsty from Strength and Bloom. Today we're working on upper body and arm strength. So I've got a couple of sets of weights with me today. I'm going to predominantly be using one set, my lightest set, that's a 3 kilo, but don't be fooled because we're using our body weight as well. I've also got a medium set, a 5 kilo set with me today, and I'm going to be using one of the weights from that set in one of the exercises as well. I've got a mat down because we are going to be down to the mat using some body weight exercises, as I said, but you can also use your raised surface if you can't fully support your body weight down onto the mat. No problem at all. Apart from that, we're going to get going with a little bit of a warm up. So just bring the arms out nice and wide, shoulder blades together, back in, out, and then up overhead. So out and together like big claps, and then overhead. Imagine you are at a music concert, but just in really slow motion. Get those shoulder blades back together, opening out the chest, up, down, and together. Good job. So get your feet pushed into the floor, engage the core, because as much as we are doing upper body and arms, your core muscles really play a huge part in all of that. So really make sure that those are engaged as we go through today as well. Okay, good job. So the next thing I want us to do is want to bring those arms out nice and wide, and we're going to do some little arm circles, just working here, forwards or backwards, whichever way you're going to go. We are going to swap in a second. So just circling those round, again, holding into your tummy muscles. Good job. Just going to warm everything up. Amazing work. Good. And in the reverse direction. Well done. If you need to have a little break, that's absolutely fine. Just let those arms swing for a second. Good job. So tummy nice and tight. Really engage those core muscles today. 2, 1. Okay, warm up over and done with. If you don't feel warm enough yet, I do have a 5-minute workout. I'm going to link that in the top as well. So please do go and do that if you need to do a bit more of a warm up before you come back. But if you're ready with me now, grab your lighter weights. Here I've got my 3 kilos, and I'm going to bring them to the front of my body. And I'm going to raise them up to shoulder height and come back down. So when you're ready, we are on the clock. So just nice and slow. When we're working with weights, it's really important to feel the full force of those weights. If we let momentum take over, then it's just not going to be as effective, which I know feels really counterintuitive because you just want to get it done. But when we're working for time, the time's just going to tick. So you might as well make best use of that time as you possibly can. Good job. So we're going to be working in some supersets today, which means we've got exercises that are back to back. 2, 1. Good job. Exercises that are back to back pretty much. We're going to have to take a really short little rest in between. And then we're going to work similar muscles again. So those muscles are going to get tired out. It's a really effective way of working. We've got 8 seconds before we go again. We're going to do a lateral raise this time. So again, away from the body, but up to the side. So let's go up to the side and back down. Up to the side and back down. And now you can see why we did that. Warm up with the arm circles and the big old claps. Good job. So breathe it through. Exhale on effort. Breathing through, so holding into the muscles, not holding your breath. Really important. And we're going to do each little grouping twice. Well done. So the first grouping is with weights. The second grouping is body weight. 2, 1. Take your rest. Okay, going to go back to that frontal raise. You've got 20 seconds off, which doesn't feel like a lot of time, especially if your weights feel quite heavy already, but you've got this. You can do it. We're just here for 20 minutes today. Such a small proportion of your day that you're devoting to your exercise today. So let's make every second count. Ready? Let's go. Up and back down. Hold it in nice and tight to the core. Engage your tummy muscles. Keep your shoulders back, jaw relaxed. Good job. Push the feet into the floor, tight into the tummy muscles. Nice and slow. Well done. The time is just going to tick away. So just keep going. You will not be doing this forever. Keep it going. Good. And take a rest. We're going to do the lateral raises one more time, then you're going to pop the weights down and we're going to go for a body weight set next, okay? So just hold on to these weights. If you need to pop them down just for a few seconds, then you can do. I'll count you in. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up, down, nice and slow. Good. So especially with this one, try to make sure you're not clenching into the jaw. Okay, so you can have a little chat to me. Give a chat to whoever's there, if anyone's there. Just keep that jaw nice and relaxed. Good job. So don't clench those teeth together. So that keeps the tension away from the neck as much as possible. Good. Really building in that arm strength here, making sure those weights feel nice and heavy. 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. Okay, pop the weights down. We're going to be doing a press up for our next exercise. Now, I know that for some of you, this is a really, really tricky exercise. You can do it on the wall, you can do it on your raised surface, you can do it on your knees or on your toes. I'm going to show you all the different variations in the video, okay? So just do whichever one is right for you. I'm going to go with a modified onto my knees. So let's press and push up. Chest down and up. Chest down and up. Good. So just pressing through whichever variation you're doing. Just try and get that chest all the way down. Have the confidence to push all the way up. Well done. So body weight bearing here, whether you're partially body weight bearing on your knees or full onto your toes. 2, 1, take your rest. Well done. We're going to stay in whichever position you're in. So whether you're on your raised surface, on your wall, on your mat, knees or toes. We're going to do a shoulder touch to a Superman. Okay, so just watching in just for a sec. We're going to do opposite hand, opposite shoulder, and then out, out. So join in when you're ready. Touch, touch, out, out. Touch, touch, out, out. Okay. Touch, touch, out, out. And again, you can do this on your knees or on your toes. You can do it on your wall, on your raised surface. However much of your body weight you can bear. We're still at the beginning of this session, so if you're finding it hard now, don't overly push yourself, but do give yourself a challenge. Okay, it's important to have a bit of a challenge. And take a rest. Well done. We're going to go back to that press up next. Okay, so again, really working through that range. If you're finding your shoulders a little bit painful, it's a little bit sore in the shoulder, just bring your hands out a little bit wider, okay? You don't have to come back with those elbows really tight in each time if that's causing you any kind of discomfort. Let's go. So you can bring your hands out wider if that helps you. You can turn out the hands as well. So just work with whatever works for you. But keep the neck nice and neutral. And keep breathing. Chest's coming down. Nice confidence as you're pushing up each time. Good. And take a rest. Well done. One more lot then of that shoulder touch to the Superman. Okay. Nearly halfway through the session. You're doing really, really well. Okay, this is really, really tough session today with the upper body and the arms, but you're doing really well. We're going to go into the triceps, so the back of the arm shortly. Let's get this one finished. Touch, up, up, touch, touch, up, up. Good. So when we're building strength, when we're building that bone density through weight bearing exercises, your body weight counts. Okay, so this counts as a weight bearing exercise. Anything where you're bearing your own weight, so you're doing something unsupported. So non-body weight bearing are things like cycling and swimming or rowing. And then you've got your body weight bearing, where you're holding your body weight, or weight bearing where you're holding a weight. And take a rest. Well done. Okay, and all forms of exercise are valid, by the way, but just as we're entering into our menopausal years, it's really important to use some weight bearing activity to get those bones and muscles really strengthened up. Into a bent over position, hold those weights in, bent elbow, you're going to bring the arm back, tuck it in, back, tuck it in, straight back, straight back. So this little superset here is where I'm going to work with my 3s for this exercise, and then I'm going to swap for our second exercise, and I'm going to use one of my medium weights, one of my 5 kilos, because we're going to stay with the triceps and we're going to go overhead. Now, a lot of the ladies that I work with, they like to do a bit of tricep work, the old bingo wing. So I'm going to show you, take a rest, how you can really maximize into the back of the arms there. So that's one of the exercises, and this is the other. You're going to hold your weight just like this, bring it round to the back of your head. You're going to drop it down and then up, and a little push forwards if you can. So down, up, and push forwards. You don't have to push forwards. You can just come straight down and straight up. So let me show you. Down and up. Now head positioning on this is tricky, especially if you have a lot of hair. You've got a big old ponytail at the back there, so just either just squidge that to the side. Just make sure you're not jutting your head too much. Do what you can. Okay, do what you can. Tight into the tummy, feet pushed into the floor. Good. And up, down, and up. Take a rest. Bring that weight down safely, and you're going to go back in for the lighter weights into the kickback. So really important to note into the kickback that you're not swinging the arm up, okay? Not at any time should we be using momentum with these weighted exercises today. Tuck those elbows in. Ready? Let's go. Out, in, out, in. Good. So my back is nice and straight. Chin's away from chest. I'm not looking all the way up here. I'm not looking all the way down here. Try and keep my neck as nice and neutral as I can. And again, controlling the weights. Really important to keep those weights controlled. Good. Well done. Take a rest. Get your bigger weight. If you need a little bit of time with those weights not in your hands, you've got just over 10 seconds, so I'll count you in. You want to make sure you've got enough time so you can hit the ground running. Okay, so 5 seconds then. Bring that weight behind your head. Get ready. Let's go. So pull it down, up, down, and up. Now wherever your elbow's tracking to should be nice and straight. Shouldn't be coming away from your body. So nice and straight, good. Down and up, down and up, good. Well done. Feeling hard now, but that's okay. 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. Okay, back down to your mat or raised surface. I'm going to take my light weights with me because we are going to need those, but not for the first exercise. So I'm just going to leave them in front there so I can grab them nice and easily. And you're going to come into a plank position, so either on your knees or onto your toes, and then you're going to push up into a bridge, and then back down, and then push back up. So down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So knees or toes. You've got your other variations as well. Keeping your hips nice and strong and straight each time. So you're not swinging them around. Really important. And this really saps the arms. as if they're not already feeling it. Take a rest. Well done. So I've got my weights here. Just going to bring them into my workspace. And I'm going to show you the next exercise. So just looking in, you've still got 10 seconds. You're going to row up, bring the weight down, and then you're going to come around. Now, if you feel that that's not safe for you, then you're just going to row up and then come around without the weight. Let's go. Out and round. Control on the way back down. Good. In and round. In and round. And of course, without the weights, you can row and then bring your arm up without the weight. Row with the weight. Bring your arm up without the weight. Up to you. And take your rest. Well done. Back to the plank to bridge then. 10 seconds. Get yourself nice and focused. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now each time I am swapping which hand I lead with. If that doesn't feel achievable to you right now, if you feel that you can just about do the exercise without any extra admin, then that's absolutely fine. It's just about giving a little bit of balance here. Good. Keep it going. Two, one, take your rest. Again, get those weights. And again, you can be on your toes for this, on your knees, on your raised surface. If you're on your raised surface using the weights, then please do make sure that it's really super stable, okay? We don't want any accidents happening. Your health has got to be your priority. Let's go. Up and round. Control on the way back down. Eye gaze follows the weight. Good. Breathing all the time, not holding your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Finish the one that you're on. And now we're into our last exercise, our last little grouping. So coming up to your feet, and you can do this from a seated position if you prefer. Both these exercises are perfectly fine from a seated position. I'm going to do them from standing. You're going to be holding your weight so your palms are facing your face with your elbows up. We're going to turn, push, come back, and return to the starting position. Push and return. Not at any point are we dropping those elbows. So the elbows stay high. And this is a real tight finisher here. So you're really, in 20 minutes, you've worked your arms, your shoulders, your upper body, your chest, and your back. And you've done it really well in just 20 minutes. 2, 1, take a rest. Okay, we're gonna continue with that intensity for our second exercise before we repeat round again. And yes, you can do this. It's going to be okay. You're going to hold your weights with a bent elbow in this position, and you're going to push out to a Y and then come back into neutral. Are you ready? Let's do this. So out, back in. Again, elbows don't drop. Out, back in. Back in. Good. If at any point you need to put those weights down, take a step, come back up, go again. You can absolutely feel free to do that, okay? That's all you need to do. You can drop those weights out for a lighter weight. You can drop the weights out altogether. If your arms are really feeling like you cannot do any more, just go through the movement without the weights. Nearly there. Well done. One more rotational press. One more of the Y press. Those are real killers, aren't they? I know that they are, but I also really, really believe in you. I know that you can do this. 2 minutes. That's it. That's all we've got left. 2 minutes. Let's get those elbows up, palms facing in, turn, press, back, together. Good. That's one. Keep it going. That time is going to tick. It's always going to go. Stay positive. Stay with me. Good job. You're well over halfway. I mean, you can see the timer, but you know that. Come on, you can do this. Come on, we're here together. Almost there. 2, 1, take a rest. Drop those weights just for a moment. Give those arms a little shake out. Come on. You've got this now. Y press from this position, pushing out, coming back in. 10 seconds. In with the positivity, out with the negativity. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. This is what building strength feels like. And I know right now you might think, well, I don't want to build strength anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Yes, you do. Because afterwards, you're going to feel like the boss for a start. And second of all, building that strength is so important. It's so good for you. It's so good for your life. It's so important for your well-being, for your metabolic state, for your health. Let's go. 5 seconds. Gosh, my arms are shaking now. Are yours too? 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Well done. Thank you so much for staying with me from that. Your body is going to thank you as much as I'm going to thank you right now. Let's just give those arms a shake out. Okay, what I want you to do is just roll those shoulders back. Just ease that tension out. That was a tough session. 20 minutes. 20 minutes of real focused upper body and arms. Bring those arms out into that Y. I'm sorry to put you in that position again, but just squeeze the shoulder blades back together. Come into like a W here. Out. Squeeze. Well done. And squeeze. You did really well. If you stuck with me for the whole of that, leave me a comment. Let me know. I really, really want to know how you found that session. Did you find that as tough as I found it? Good job. This is just me in my house doing these workouts with you, by the way. Nothing fancy going on here. And let's just finish off with a shoulder stretch. So just stretching through that shoulder, holding in just above the elbow, and just rocking gently from side to side. Just let the heart rate come down. Good job. And over to the other side. Your arms may be a little shaky, maybe a little trembly. That's fatigue. That's okay. That's normal. Take an easy day tomorrow because those arms are going to be tired. And if you've got plans to wash your hair, you might want to reschedule that. Okay. And that is it from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do check out the other videos on my website. There are some that are not quite as intense as that, and there are some that are. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.